You're here looking for someone? Maybe. Some missing señorita?
Ashley, where are you?
It's been 17 years since the original Resident Evil 4 was released, and many things have changed, and the changes will be extremely clear in the upcoming remake. Although Leon's hair will stay the same, other aspects of the game will not be as they were before. For example, when you are in the village, you will still have your head cut off by a chainsaw wielder, but the events leading up to this will be different. So far, we have identified 8 ways in which the remake of Resident Evil 4 will differ from the original, and in this video, we are going to showcase these tweaks and modifications so you can have a clear idea of the experience that you'll go through on March 24th when the game releases.
Now that he has chosen death.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Even though the original Resident Evil 4 is still an amazing game, the way it moved was somewhat similar to the tank controls of the first titles. The remake finally allows Leon to move around more freely while he's shooting the Ganados that are chasing him, making it more in line with modern gaming. Leon's martial arts abilities have become more refined, allowing him to deliver a roundhouse kick to enemies even after scoring a headshot. Additionally, his combat techniques seem to include knife-based finals for opponents who are knocked down. This is a beneficial aptitude as the adversaries he faces nowadays are more aggressive and quicker than before. In the original Resident Evil 4 from 2005, the most complicated crafting involved slapping together herbs of different colors, but the remake of the game will offer far more creativity for Leon. In addition to various healing items, Leon can now make ammunition for his weapons with a variety of resources, and they won't even take up space in his case.
Over here, stranger.
In order to craft ammunition for more rare weapons, one must get a formula first. Some of these formulas can be bought from the merchant, but it is essential to make sure that your inventory has enough space in order to store all the components you're gathering together.
Where rare gems you've collected can be exchanged for special items.
You can't go wrong with that.
The chainsaw-wielding Dr. Salvador has been made even more intimidating by the presence of the regular Ganados, who will now come to his aid. If a regular enemy grabs Leon while the chainsaw boss is nearby, it will rotate him to face the doctor, trying to keep him in place until the buzzing blade reaches him. You must act quickly or you will experience a terrible fate. In the new game footage of Leon, one of the first activities he takes part in is going through a thicket of plants. To do this, Leon needs to bend down to fit under some wooden panels. This could also be beneficial for sneaking around, which wasn't an option in the original game.
Anyone home?
After a brief moment, we see Leon crouching down to dodge an aggressive Ganado. Hiding just around a bend, he circumvents the menacing foe to flee the entrance he previously utilized. Leon can also surprise basic adversaries to take them down silently without squandering his ammunition. Perhaps all of that stealth instruction will keep Ada from having the upper hand on him this time, but we are skeptical. It is going to be a lot more difficult to complete the remake only with a knife. That does not mean the knife is weak, definitely not. Leon's knife is much more effective in this version, allowing him to repel opponents that try to grapple him, murder adversaries who have been knocked down, and even block powerful assaults such as the instantaneous lethal slashes from the chainsaw Ganado. The adaptability of the knife has a cost, which is its strength. It has a white bar that reflects its power levels. You can increase its sturdiness when you go to the merchant, who will also fix it for an additional payment. That's a wise business move.
Over here, stranger. Over here, stranger.
The demonstration of the returning merchant in the Resident Evil exhibition also highlighted some of the weapons Leon has at his disposal. The shotgun and rifle are old favorites, but the bolt thrower is an entirely new armament.
Not only will you need cash, but you'll need guts to buy that weapon.
It looks as though this weapon is inspired by the mine thrower from Resident Evil 4, with its core feature being a gun that fires rounds with retrievable ammunition, which temporarily immobilize foes. The gun can be upgraded with mine-like projectiles that act as proximity explosives when shot. Hopefully, we get even more innovative weaponry when the remake launches. Resident Evil 4 had a few arcade-style environmental interactions, such as barrels that would explode when shot and secret items that needed to be shot to be revealed. It seems like the remake is taking this to an even higher level. In the recent gameplay demonstration, Leon was seen shooting an oil lamp onto a cow in a barn, causing it to run off and knock down the enemies in its way. At one point, we witnessed the chainsaw being used on some stationary objects, as the powerful swings of the weapon cuts up a section of a pathway, forming an unexpected ramp at the same time. If similar interactions are scattered across the story, then it should make the more memorable battles in the arena even more remarkable. The Resident Evil 4 remake will once again feature treasures as they did in the original game, but this time around, they will have a purpose that goes beyond just acquiring pesetas. The merchant's menu will now have a trading option where you can swap these treasures for exclusive items such as maps, weapons, upgrades, and even other combatable treasures.
Hey! I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
Our video ends here. We tried hard to summarize the most noteworthy modifications in the upcoming Resident Evil 4, and the 8 changes that we mentioned are probably the significant ones that you should know. Overall, this remake looks like the perfect tribute for the original game, and we really can't locate any major flaws that can make us feel worried. The visuals look stunning, the gameplay mechanics look modern, and we know that the story is already interesting. So hopefully we're going to dive into an amazing experience next March when the launch date comes.
Gotta go. Talk later.